These people encountered creatures so otherworldly, no words could explain them. Call them vicious, monstrous, or simply terrifying. But stay with me to witness the unbelievable things explorers encountered that no one was ever meant to see.
Quiet night out here. Whoa!
Driving late at night near a quiet field, a man noticed something unusual on his dash cam. A tall, pale humanoid with long arms and legs appeared, moving in a way that looked almost unnatural. It crawled quickly across the road, gliding from one side to the other. The man slowed his car to watch, but didn't stop, sensing it wasn't anything familiar. In seconds, the figure vanished into the darkness of the fields, leaving behind only the eerie footage captured on his camera that night.
It ran across.
Someone's just blinked. What is that thing?
Dashcam horror glide. A security camera set up in a forest captured something really unsettling. A humanoid figure was moving carefully among the trees, crawling and glancing around, as if it was watching everything. Its body was so thin that the strange alien ribs were clearly visible. Don't even get me started on its face. It didn't look like anything familiar. Every movement felt deliberate and strange. The footage didn't last long, but it was enough to leave anyone watching uneasy. That forest now holds a mystery that's hard to explain, at least from this clip alone. Power line lurker. You won't believe what this driver spotted while driving through farmland. In the middle of a field stood a lone humanoid figure, motionless, staring up at high-voltage power lines. Its body was unnaturally tall and thin, limbs stretched in ways that didn't seem human, and its face was impossible to make out. Locals say this isn't the first strange sighting near these lines. It didn't just appear, it felt like it was waiting for something. Chicken snatcher sighting. While walking through a quiet field, one man spotted something that immediately caught his attention. A tiny humanoid figure moving in a way that felt oddly familiar, yet completely strange. Its small size and aged appearance made it look human, but nothing he had ever seen before. Before he could get closer, the creature ran off into the crops and disappeared. In another clip captured by another man in Nicaragua's Jinotega Highlands, locals report goblin-like beings with glowing green eyes emerging from misty mountains. Livestock vanishes mysteriously, and strange sounds echo. Captured footage suggests these beings might be real, ancient creatures hiding in the jungle.
Oh, shoot! Hey!
Bird-beast mystery. You can't easily brush this off as fiction after seeing this footage. A man walking near an abandoned forest recorded a strange creature moving calmly ahead of him. It had a clear bird-like shape with a sharp beak, yet its body carried four-legged animal limbs and a long tail. Nothing about the clip felt fake or forced. If creatures like this can appear so casually on camera, maybe legends aren't just stories after all, but sightings we never took seriously enough. Mountain jumper attack. A man driving along a mountain road suddenly saw a strange figure hovering above the slope. He slowed down, trying to figure out what it was, but the being moved quickly toward his car and jumped on it. For a few tense moments, it seemed like it might reach him until he managed to drive away just in time. Soon, the figure disappeared entirely, leaving the mountain quiet again, and the brief sighting remained a mystery. Horned forest creeper.
Oh my, that's not a deer. It's moving. Keep it in frame.
A hiker caught something unbelievable while exploring a forest, hiding behind trees to film it. A strange being moved quietly between the trees, its body thin with long arms and legs, and strange horns on its head. Every step felt unnatural, like it wasn't fully part of this world. Viewers of the video couldn't agree on what it was. Some called it an antler, while others linked it to the Wendigo from old tales. But I am leaving its true identity on you guys to decide.
Oh man, it's going deeper.
Forest stalker unveiled. From his home window during the day, a man noticed something that made him freeze. By a tree not far from his house, a tall, thin figure stood silently, completely still. Strange, tentacle-like shapes drifted from its body, moving slowly in the sunlight. He quietly recorded, unsure what he was seeing. And no, it was no hoax, because first, it was captured in broad daylight. And second, why would anyone do this? And if you still have any doubts, watch this follow-up video of the guy saying that the watching Slender Man has now become a stalking Slender Man. He noticed him while walking through a park near his house. Its upper body looked human, but completely hairless, while long, strange tentacles slowly moved around it, giving the whole figure an eerie presence. Honestly, it looked like nothing from this world. What do you think it could be? Amazon cannibal sighting. Deep in a swamp, a man came across a sight that froze him in place. A figure appeared that he described as a real-life cannibal. In areas like the Amazon, local legends speak of tribes rumored to consume outsiders, blending myth with reality. The short glimpse left him shaken, unsure what he had really seen. The swamp fell quiet again, hiding its secrets, and raising the question, what other strange and dangerous beings might still roam these remote, shadowy corners? Rushing cryptid. Late at night, near an abandoned area, a man noticed sudden movement in an empty field and slowed his car to see better. What appeared next didn't look human at all. A pale, thin humanoid with long arms and legs suddenly rushed toward his vehicle. Shocked, he hit the gas and managed to escape before it got close. The figure vanished just as quickly as it appeared. He made it out safely, but whatever chased him was never seen again, leaving behind a sighting that still feels hard to explain. Backyard stranger shock. In August 2025, a woman spotted something unusual wandering through her backyard. The creature's appearance was unlike anything she had ever seen. Its shape and figure didn't match any known animal or human. Was it really from another world, or something beyond imagination that we've never encountered before? Either way, the sight left an unshakable sense of wonder. Daylight Bigfoot sighting. A family parked in the forest, ready for a camping trip, when one of them noticed a massive, furry figure standing near their truck. Panic set in as everyone hurried to lock the doors, realizing it was likely Bigfoot. The creature didn't move fast, but loomed there long enough to create tension. After a few minutes, it vanished into the trees, leaving the family unsure where it had gone. One of the men cautiously stepped out to look, but the forest was empty. What started as a simple outing turned into a chilling encounter in broad daylight. Slim creeper captured. The trail camera footage changed everything that night. Slowly crawling into view was a strange creature with a slim, unusually long body and pale skin that stood out against the darkness. Its movement was careful and low, unlike anything familiar. No clear animal traits could be seen, and it didn't resemble a person either. The camera picked up no sound, no tracks, and no direction of travel. When the clip stopped, the woods went still again, raising one quiet question about what may still move there after dark. Glowing Eyes Watcher. While camping, a group of friends noticed movement in the nearby woods. Curious, they approached and spotted a strange humanoid creature sitting behind the trees. Its pale body stood out against the darkness, catching their attention immediately. Suddenly, it turned and stared directly at them, its eyes glowing faintly in the night. Then, without a sound, it disappeared into the shadows, leaving behind only broken twigs and the unsettling feeling that something was still watching from the trees. Mexican Nightcrawler. A security guard was patrolling a field at night when his flashlight caught something strange. A dark, furry creature was crawling slowly across the open ground. Its face looked eerie, and its movements were deliberate, not random. Standing there watching it, he realized it didn't resemble any animal native to the area. Mexico isn't home to gorillas, so what exactly had appeared in the field that night? Green Pig Cryptid. You won't believe what a cameraman caught in the forest. Moving slowly through the trees, he spotted a small, green, pig-like creature. It glanced around curiously, showing a strange, human-like awareness. Then, just as quickly, it darted behind the bushes and vanished from sight. The brief glimpse left viewers amazed, sparking questions about what the camera really captured. Farm Fright Fest. Late at night in a quiet Indian farm, a few farmers were checking their land when something unusual appeared. 4 strange beings were nearby, moving in a way that felt unnatural. Their faces and shapes didn't look familiar, and the group of farmers had to hold sticks with fire to keep them at bay. The creatures didn't seem afraid, getting closer despite the flames. Feeling uneasy, the men quickly jumped into their cars and drove off. Since no one saw the strange beings ever, it made the entire encounter unforgettable for them. Snowy Yeti evidence. This old footage from January 2003 has kept people talking for years. In a snowy area near the trees, a huge, pale-colored furry creature, looking like a Yeti, was seen walking slowly, leaving deep footprints in the snow. Back then, AI and advanced editing weren't a thing, which makes the sighting even more unsettling. The creature's size and presence makes you question what really exists out there. Bigfoot versus Mom. This huge figure suddenly appeared in the forest, catching the mother's attention as she walked with her children. An 8-foot-tall, furry figure moved slowly on 2 legs, pausing just long enough to make her heart race. She screamed for her kids. Come on inside! And before anyone could react further, it melted back into the trees without a sound. Witnesses call it Bigfoot, a creature rarely seen but often whispered about. Scary, isn't it? Silent fence watchers. A man captured a strange scene at a farmhouse fence. Several humanoid figures just standing there motionless, staring as if they were waiting for something. The air felt heavy, like the quiet wasn't empty at all. Old barns in remote areas have always had odd stories of tools vanishing, animals refusing to enter, weird humming filling the air, and the feeling of being watched never leaves. Whatever these figures were, they definitely weren't ordinary visitors. Camouflaged shapeshift. Something strange caught a woman's eye while she was hiking with friends in the forest. Near the trees, a covered figure seemed to shift and bend with the colors around it, almost disappearing at first. Its movement, though subtle, made it clear that something was there. She recorded the moment and shared it online, saying she couldn't explain what she saw. If nature can hide things this well, what else could be moving right past us unnoticed? Shadow Eyes encounter. Walking alone at night through the woods, a woman suddenly noticed something unusual. A dark figure blended almost perfectly with the shadows behind the trees, but 2 glowing eyes fixed on her, staring directly. It peeked slowly from behind a tree. Terrified, she turned and ran back to safety as fast as she could. The figure didn't follow, and it was never seen again. Moments like that make you wonder what could be lurking in the darkness just beyond our sight. Wolf-like woodswalker. A hiker was enjoying a quiet hike when something unusual caught his eye near the trees. A huge, dark, furry creature appeared, walking on 2 feet with long arms and legs. Its face looked eerily like a wolf, giving it an unsettling presence. The hiker quickly hid and captured the moment on video, amazed and careful not to get noticed. Viewers have been calling it a Bigfoot, but seeing it move like that makes you wonder, could Bigfoot be real, or is this something else entirely? Dogman in hiding. While hiking deep in the woods, a lone adventurer noticed something that made him freeze. Quietly filming, he spotted a massive, wolf-like figure standing upright on 2 legs, moving with an eerie awareness of its surroundings. It paused briefly, scanning the trees, before slipping silently back into the shadows. The footage left a chill in the air, as the creature seemed almost intelligent. Could this really be the legendary Dogman roaming the untamed wilderness? Or is it something even stranger hiding where we least expect? Long-armed hill walker. At the top of a quiet hill, a woman spotted something unusual and started recording. A long, dark figure moved slowly across the slope, its long arms swinging gently as if it knew exactly where it was headed. People who saw the footage were left in confusion, wondering what it could be. It's hard not to wonder if the world still hides beings we've never documented. Village edge crawlers. Late at night, a security camera near the village caught something unusual by the forest edge. At first, a tree branch moved strangely, then two dark figures appeared, crawling carefully near it. Their movement seemed human-like, yet their shape didn't match any normal person. Locals have started calling them the Dogmen, sparking curiosity and unease. Watching the footage, it's hard not to wonder what exactly was moving so quietly in the shadows that night. Appalachian Nightcrawler. In Tennessee's Appalachian region, a camera caught a glimpse of something unusual on the road at night. A tall, thin figure appeared for only a few seconds before disappearing into the woods. People are calling it a nightcrawler cryptid. This brief, eerie appearance left a lot of questions, showing just how mysterious these creatures remain in the quiet stretches of Appalachia. Amazon Pale Mystery. Walking alone at night in the Amazon rainforest, a man stumbled upon something strange resting on the ground. A thin, pale body lay there, with a face unlike anything he had ever seen. Its appearance was eerie, almost otherworldly, making it hard to tell if it was a cryptid or something from beyond this planet. The encounter left him stunned, and the forest suddenly felt much more mysterious. What do you think it really was? Canadian Forest Shadow. A trail camera in Alberta, Canada, meant to track wolverines, recorded something unexpected. Behind the trees, a large, dark, furry figure moved slowly, almost blending with the forest shadows. Its size and shape were clear, even though the full body never appeared. It lingered for only a moment before disappearing deeper into the woods. The footage ended quickly, leaving the forest feeling quiet again, as if the creature had chosen to remain hidden from view. Tree hanging terror. A man walking through the forest caught something unusual on camera. A brown, furry creature hung from a tree, its face strange and unsettling. Some viewers thought it resembled a dogman, while others compared it to Bigfoot. I don't know about you, but after seeing this, I think myths are becoming reality now. Lake monsters. Two hunters were on a mountain behind a lake, getting ready for their hunt, when one of them noticed a huge, furry creature standing across the water. It stared at them for a few tense moments, seemingly studying their movements. Fear set in, and one of the hunters fired shots into the air to scare it away.
Oh my God!
The creature finally turned and disappeared into the trees. Both men were left shocked, realizing they had just witnessed something they had only ever heard about in legends. Car window horror. Late at night, a man driving through an abandoned area near a quiet forest suddenly stopped when a pale figure appeared directly in front of his car. He froze, unsure what he was seeing. As he reached to change gears, the figure vanished from the road. Seconds later, it jumped at the side window, grabbing toward him. Most of the glass was still up, blocking it. He sped away immediately, leaving the area behind. Later, viewers argued that it was staged, but everything, especially the strangely real movement, looked disturbingly real. Wood scare. While hiking near a mountain, a group of friends stumbled upon something shocking. On the ground was the carcass of a massive, furry creature, its body stiff and seemingly fossilized. The features didn't match any known animal, giving it an eerie, unfamiliar look. For a moment, the hikers just stared, unsure what they were seeing. Locals whispered it might be a Bigfoot, though the forest kept its secrets tightly guarded. Forest guard freakout. A security guard patrolling the forest spotted something unusual in the trees. Shining his light, he saw a pale figure with long hair and a face that didn't look normal. Its head moved strangely, in a way that made it clear this wasn't an ordinary being. Startled, the guard ran immediately. When he glanced back, the figure had completely disappeared, leaving only the quiet forest behind. That sighting was enough to make the night feel strangely unsettled. Peekaboo dark figure. During an evening hike through the forest, a man noticed something off in the distance. Behind the trees, a dark figure briefly peeked out, watching silently. As he moved closer, the shape shifted, slipping behind a thin tree as if trying to stay hidden. Seconds later, it was gone without a trace. The sudden disappearance left the trail feeling empty, making that quiet walk feel far more unsettling than it had moments earlier. Appalachian Scream Mystery. Police responding to reports of strange noises in the Appalachian Mountains recorded something unsettling in the woods. As they searched the dark area, loud screams echoed through the trees. The sounds were sharp, powerful, and nothing like a human voice. Even the officers paused, stunned by how close and intense the noise felt. Then, just as suddenly, everything went silent. No source was found, no movement was seen, and the forest kept whatever made those screams hidden from sight. Field figure encounter. What began as a calm stay at a farmhouse suddenly took an unexpected turn. In the open field nearby, a large, dark figure appeared, walking on two legs with a shape that didn't match any person. It moved steadily, almost casually. When one of the friends called out, the figure abruptly turned and headed toward them. The atmosphere changed instantly, filling the area with unease. After that moment, the details fade, and no clear account explains what truly unfolded in that field. Floating jungle shapes. Hidden deep in the jungle, a trail camera set for security captured something no one expected. Pale, smoky shapes drifted through the trees, shifting form as they moved. They had no clear body, no solid outline, yet their movement was clear and steady. The figures floated quietly, changing shape before fading into the darkness. Nothing in the area explained what they were. What are your guesses? Let me know in the comments below. Duende attack. Surprise. During a nighttime walk through the forest, a man suddenly felt something strike his back. Looking around, he noticed two tiny figures hiding inside the bushes. Their small bodies and strange faces didn't look human at all. Sticks flew toward him with quick, sharp movement. Then the figures vanished into the darkness. No voices followed, only leaves shifting softly. Later, he described them as duendes from old folklore. What unsettled him most was not the sight itself, but how fast and silent they moved through. Tiny road walker. In 2023, a tractor driver in Candelaria, Colombia, captured something unusual on camera. A tiny, dark figure appeared on the road, moving with a strange, curious gait. At first glance, it looked like a small child, but its shape and movement seemed different. Calmly, it crossed the road and disappeared into the nearby trees. The footage quickly spread online, leaving viewers amazed. Could this really be a duende, or was there another explanation for what appeared that day? Red-eyed horned horror. While walking through a quiet forest, a man spotted something chilling a few feet ahead. A dark figure stood motionless, its red eyes fixed directly on him, and sharp horns made its appearance even more unsettling. The creature didn't move, almost as if it were studying him. Frozen, he couldn't approach closer to identify it. After a tense moment, it disappeared into the shadows, leaving him with nothing but questions. What exactly had he just encountered in those woods? Shadow Road Stroller. On a quiet road after a camping trip, a group of friends noticed a strange figure moving ahead. A small, dark humanoid walked slowly across, its arms barely visible or hidden from view. The creature's calm pace made it even more unsettling as it disappeared into the shadows. The sighting left lingering questions about what really crossed that empty road. Rake Road Encounter. While walking along a road next to the forest, a man heard a strange noise from a corner. Suddenly, a pale creature emerged from behind the trees, moving in a way that seemed completely unnatural, almost as if it had come from another world. Acting fast, he managed to escape and lost sight of it. The encounter left him shaken. Could creatures like rakes or shapeshifters really exist, hiding just beyond what we can see? Gargoyle in action. Walking along a quiet street, a man suddenly caught sight of a crouched figure, unlike anything he had seen before. Zooming in, he noticed tiny wings sprouting from its back, making it resemble a gargoyle straight out of legend. Known as protectors against evil in old architecture, seeing one alive seemed impossible. The figure vanished quickly, leaving only questions behind. Could creatures from myths like gargoyles actually exist somewhere in the world, or was this just a trick of the eye? Cyclist Shadow Encounter. In May 2023, a man riding his bike noticed something strange near a cluster of tall trees. A dark, tall humanoid figure briefly peeked out from behind one of them. The area was deserted, far from any signs of civilization, making the sight even more unsettling. It stayed just long enough to be noticed, then slipped silently back into the trees. The man had no idea what he had seen. Could it have been something real, or just a trick of the shadows? Alien Forest Peak. While hiking, a man noticed an unusual footprint and decided to follow it, thinking it belonged to some creature. He tracked it for a while but found nothing until he turned around. Behind a tree, a small shadowy figure peeked out, looking almost alien. Fear hit him instantly, and he ran. What he didn't realize at that moment was that he wasn't the one doing the hunting. Something else was silently watching him through the forest. Strange Creature Rush. Two Russian tourists were driving at night near the Bashkortostan region when something unusual appeared on the road. A bipedal creature covered in long white hair ran straight across their path before vanishing into the darkness. At first, they thought it might be a moose, but the movement and stance didn't match any known animal. The car passed a trail of disturbed snow and backed up for a closer look. Could it have been a poacher, or something far stranger lurking in the remote area? Mountain Charge Horror.
Is that a cow?
Exploring abandoned areas often reveals things better left alone. While hiking up a mountain, a man heard strange noises coming from the trees. Curious, he moved closer and saw a pale creature in the distance. It charged toward him at full speed, but he managed to escape. The woods fell silent again, leaving him shaken and full of questions. Some encounters in the forest aren't just surprising. They're reminders that certain places might be hiding secrets no one is meant to uncover.
Oh!
Silent Alien Stare. While filming the forest scenery, a man noticed something unusual in his footage. A small, dark figure with thin arms and legs stood staring directly at the camera. Its oddly shaped head and still posture made it look almost alien. It didn't move, just observed, leaving the scene strangely calm. Was it some unknown cryptid, or something else entirely? The encounter raised more questions than answers, and the forest seemed to keep the true nature of that being completely hidden. Walking Mystery. A security camera placed near a remote forest captured something no one expected. In the footage, a fast-moving humanoid figure can be seen walking deep between the trees, where no civilization exists nearby. When authorities checked the area later, they confirmed no person had entered that forest during the night. The location was completely isolated. That's when rumors started spreading, with many calling it a cryptid sighting. If no human was there, then what exactly triggered the camera and moved so confidently through that dark forest? And now, let's move on to the subscriber's pick. So this guy was hiding behind some bushes in a field when he suddenly spotted something really odd. It was small, thin, with these long ears, and it just looked scared. For a few seconds, it froze, then bolted without a sound. disappearing into the grass. He tried looking for it, but it was gone. Honestly, that brief moment made the field feel way creepier than before. With that, see you next time.